Good evening. Well, good afternoon. I'm so used to coming on in the evening that I was so ready to say good evening, good evening. Good afternoon, good afternoon. My shirt is jacked up. Don't worry about it. um, Wanted to jump on today to remind you all that tomorrow's budget meeting at Chicago City Hall has been pushed back. Tentatively, right now, the date is for October 15th, but I wanted you all to still be aware that we are holding the first town hall meeting of this year at my office. So if you all would like to come out between 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., we will be meeting in person to create a formal action plan of how we want to, move forward. So again, just to kind of update you all, because I know some of you all were stating that you may wanted to attend or travel if you're not necessarily directly in Chicago. Some people are in the suburbs, but the mayor has pushed the budget meeting back. So today they were down there. I was not able to make it this morning, but Zoe and several other people were down there this morning for the finance meeting. So the finance meeting still happened. Um, the budget meeting has been pushed back. So originally we all were going to meet today and tomorrow at City Hall. So if you did not make it to City Hall today for the finance meeting, that's the only meetings that we were attending this week. Um, I believe Joe said October 9th is another date that we could look at. I'll confirm that with her, but I just wanted to come on to let you all know about tomorrow morning because there will not be a budget meeting it's supposed to be at 10 a.m. on Thursday. So that won't happen, okay? But we are still going to meet in person at my office location. So again, for those of you all who are interested, I put the link in the description of this video. You do have to register. You do have to give your name, phone, and email in order to get the information on where we will be meeting. All right. What else did I want to talk to you all about this week while I got you on here? I got so much on my mind. My mind is all over the place right now. They doing construction down here. Probably wasn't the best place for me to go live at, but this is where I had a quick break in a moment in the middle of the day. We are planning to come back on tonight, possibly. We'll be on StreamYard. But yeah, because I know Zoe is big with this countdown for you all. Finance Friday. On Friday, I usually come on and go live. So this Friday, I wanted you all to know that we'll be talking about credit unions. We'll be talking about credit unions, but the example that I'm going to give you is with Navy Federal Credit Union. That's the credit union that I have. So when I share some of my things that I've done with them, that's the example that I'm giving you all. So right now with holiday season coming up, one of the things that I want some of you all to be aware of is your options, right? Sometimes as parents, you all go a little overboard and y'all want to spend all of your last money in your savings account or every last dollar that you have buying these kids toys and gifts. So I want to give you something or talk to you about a product that you can actually use right now. It's called a savings secured loan, okay? You can do this with most credit unions. Most credit unions offer this, not every single one, so it just depends on your credit union. But if you've never heard of a savings secured loan, Friday, for Finance Friday, I'm going to break that down for you all. What it looks like, why someone may or may not do it, what the interest rates are, what the benefits are. We'll break down the pros and the cons, etc. Right? So that's what we'll go over for Friday, because I haven't really been talking about the business and the finance stuff. So I want to get back to that, right? The city is one thing, but I am an actual tax and business strategist, and that's what I do, right? So I want to get back to the channel information, which is talking to you all about tax, credit, business, finance, money. Those are the topics that I normally talk about. So we'll get back to that this Friday. That'll be the topic for Finance Friday, Save and Secure Loans. Saturday, Big Business Saturday is what I call it. We'll have an interview with a business owner. We have a business owner that kind of needs some help in their sales and getting their information out there. She has a wonderful business that she's created in honor of her daughter. So we'll let her explain all of that and talk about that on Saturday. So yeah, we're getting back to the business, back to the kind of normal content that I put out on the page and the channel, as well as we'll keep you updated with kind of what's happening in Chicago. Okay. But that's it. I think that's really the biggest update that I wanted to share with you all, was that we're not meeting tomorrow at City Hall because they've changed it. They have moved the budget meeting. And honestly, I'm gonna say this. I feel like sometimes when we start talking about coming down there and being down there, this is what they do. That's the only thing about social media, is sometimes that, you know, they paying attention and they watching to us. And that's another reason why we said we got to get off of the internet and kind of get more in these private rooms and these underground rooms, having information, because once it hits the media, once it gets on these apps, it's different, right? So we also have to know how to move in silence. That's what I was telling. So everything can't be on social media. Everything can't be on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, right? Some things you got to get in a room underground and get to working and move in silence, because that's really how you get things done. That's the way I've been moving for the last 15 years by myself. So I know once you start bringing in people, it get leery, okay? Most people who get traded on by somebody that they know. So remember that. All right. But I hope y'all having a good Wednesday afternoon. I'm out here getting my mother some lunch from her favorite sandwich spot. It's been a long couple of months, y'all. It's been a long couple of months, but we gonna keep rolling. God got us. God got us. Good evening. Good afternoon, Timothy. You said they don't want no drama before November. Exactly. But we not voting for the mayor. You know what I mean? So we're not voting for the mayor. But what I noticed is especially last year, when we shut City Hall down, baby, that's how we made Fox News and all that stuff. Because we literally shut City Hall down. See, and that's the thing when you get on here and start using your platform and bringing people out, because that definitely was a part of it. I was using my platform heavy, especially on TikTok, and you start bringing people out. You know, they start changing things. They was playing games. They would say the meeting gonna be at 10, then they would push it back to 1. You know, stuff like that. This is the type of games that we have to deal with at the city of Chicago, like seriously. So yeah, so as of right now, they pushed the budget meeting back, but I'm gonna be honest too, he's not ready to provide the budget, because they don't have the receipts for everything either. So I've been investigating, like I said, the money trail, I'll say that. And as any city, this not just Chicago, okay? You all have the right to know what the city is spending your tax dollars on, right? So your city is supposed to provide receipts. Your city is supposed to provide invoices of these contracts and companies that they pay. Like let's just use Favor Staffing. Favor Staffing just received an additional $100 million. Okay? $100 million, right? 100, not 1 million, $100 million. So we're supposed to see the receipts for that money. We're supposed to be able to see what was billed to favorite. What are we paying $100 million for? You get what I'm saying? And so your mayor, Mayor Brandon, and his staff has not provided that. They have not provided a lot of receipts over the last year since he's been in term. Let's be clear, right? And that's, again, one of those things that I'm talking about that is illegal. Like, you know, abusing and not being in compliance. That's not in compliance. That's not in financial compliance. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I said, for me, I focus on the money, because technically everything that they're doing is they are not being fiscally responsible. You're just not. Allowing a nurse to be billed $80,000 to $100,000 in a 30-day period, that's not fiscally responsible. You know, allowing the staffing company to bill $30,000, $50,000 for janitorial services in a 30-day period. People make that in an entire year. So how are these people billing you for janitorial services for $30,000 and $50,000 for 1 month? That don't even make sense, right? So again, this is the type of stuff that you have to bring up at the city hall meeting and let them know, hey, we're not slow. We're following the money. We see how you're spending this money. And it's real frivolous. Real frivolous, right? So this is government, y'all. This is all the way around. This isn't just Chicago. This is almost every major city. This is how things are. And so as people, you guys just get so, you know, consumed in your normal everyday living life, right? You got a family to take care of, you got kids to feed, you got a spouse, husband or wife. So your focus has not been on kind of what's going on in your neighborhood and your community and what's going on around you. It's been to survive. That's what I said. A lot of Americans are in survival mode. So when you're in survival mode, you're not paying attention to like what your government is doing and how they're spending, right? So it's time. It's time. It's overtime to get back to that, right? Because they have to understand that they work for us. And that's just the ultimate thing. When we go down there, we remind them, you work for us. Don't forget that. All right? You work for us. I'm on 47 right now. They have been building up 47, right? Building up 47. Now they got the streets all broken up down here and everything. They've been clearing out, right? But this is what Zoe and I was talking about the other night. And this is what I was saying as well, right? This is why it's important to know and understand business, okay? Because you got to remember, when they have projects like this, if you have a business, you're a contractor, you are, I don't know, what do these people do that break up concrete? Maybe you're in concrete specialist or something, right? If you register and get set up with the government to do work with them, to bid with them, get your certification, you can get some of this money, right? You can get some of this money that's being poured into your community that you don't necessarily see, but it's projects going on. You seeing high rises going up. You see them clearing out certain stores and businesses. You need to pay attention to that. When you start seeing them building up in your neighborhood and your community, you need to be like, okay, it's money out here. You know, so this is, to me, why I focus on talking to y'all about business, starting a business, getting a business, because business in this country, it's big business. It's big business. This country is not made for the everyday 9-to-5 W-2 worker. Okay? This is why I got off that slave trade, corporate America. How long ago? 11 years now. I haven't worked in corporate. I was so glad when I got let go from corporate America, because it's a slave trade mindset. Get up, go to work, pay bills, and retire when you 70 and damn near dead. Y'all not living. You know what I'm saying? You're not living a real life that what God created us for in this world. Like, you're not supposed to be struggling to pay your bills, but all of the CEOs in your company got $1 million and $5 million bonus. Like, what? People say MLMs are schemes. Corporate America is a pyramid scheme, because how your CEO making 50 million, but all of y'all on the entry level or mid-level management workers, you making under 100,000. Baby, I was bringing in the bank $2 to $3 million a year. A year. When I worked at the bank, $2 to $3 million a year, and y'all was barely paying me $40,000, and then y'all wanted to cut my commission. Baby, bye. Once I got out of that corporate slave trade mindset and I got let go and I was able to be out here and really build on my own and bet on myself, because the other thing is you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself to know your worth, who you are, what you're capable of. If I could make that bank $2 to $3 million, I could go out here and at least bust my ass and make me 100 bands on my own. And that's exactly what I did. I was let go from my corporate job in March of 2013. I had started my company in the end of 2008. So I was working my business part-time from 08 to 2013. And once I had got let go, I was like, I ain't going back. This ain't my life. I don't want to do that. That cubicle, that ain't for me. So I talked to God about it. None of my family understood. My dad was still living at the time. My dad was like, you're not getting a job? My mom was like, you're not getting a job? What? Like, nobody knew entrepreneurship like that back then. It's talked about way more now, but back then when I first started my entrepreneurial journey 14 years ago, baby, bye. People thought I was crazy not to go back and get another job. But some of y'all, I'm telling y'all, this is the time for y'all to understand your worth and know how to do it. I'm not going to never sit here and say it was easy. It was not easy. I lost things. I lost my house. I lost 2 cars. But one thing that I said was I can get all that back. I could buy another house. I could buy another car. But my business that I'm building, nah. I slept in my office for 11 months. My house got foreclosed on. I moved out of my house and I moved into my office. I had a 2,000 square foot office space in Beverly on 95th. And I'm packed up and moved everything in my office. I set that back room up like a motel. My bed, my TV, my dog, everything. My workout thing, everything was in my office. And I sat in that office for 11 months. And I sacrificed and I built and I saved every dollar that I had. So when the opportunity came for me to buy my family house back, I had the $40,000 to go and get my house. I had the $40,000 to get my family house out, because my stepfather had paid for that house since I was a kid. We moved in that house when I was 15. So I was like, you've been paying this mortgage for 25 years and you about to just let it go? No. So because I sacrificed for those 11 months, I had the money to be able to get the house out of foreclosure, rehab it, turn it into an asset. Once I bought another house, then I was able to rent that house out and bring in money, right? So I'm trying to tell y'all, baby, it's ways to get stuff done. And now with the tax liens and stuff, baby, y'all can get there even quicker. You could do land bank, you could do tax liens. You don't even have to pay all that money that I paid to get my family house back. I did that because I wanted to do that. That was something big for me, to keep my family house in the portfolio. You get what I mean? But if you don't have no attachment to a property, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do what I did. I'm going to tell you that. If you don't have no real attachment to it. And don't get attached to property. Like I said, if it's your family house, your grandma's house, cool, keep that. But once you become an investor, don't get attached to property. Look at it as money. You're going to flip that sucker, make what you're going to make, and go on about your business. That's one thing that I've learned from working with other people in real estate, like real investors who do this for real, like travel to different cities and countries flipping. They all have said that. Like, don't get attached to a property. They even told me my family house. But like I said, for me, that That's my personal thing that I wanted to do and keep that in rotation. Plus the area that it's in, that area that the property is in, it's an up and coming area. Especially because they doing a lot of building over there. So her food is definitely ready. I gotta go feed my mama, y'all. Let me grab my food. I'm surprised to see some of y'all on here this early afternoon. I really come on too early. YouTube said a lot of y'all not on at this time. So that's why I come on in the evening. I went by my YouTube analytics. But it's a decent amount of y'all on here. Y'all know every time I be on my phone, I can't see them comments. So I'm just not seeing them. They feel black people supposed to be happy to have it. But right, Timothy, nah, we not. And the problem is a lot of Chicago didn't come out. As I've shared with y'all, only 36% of Chicago came out to vote, right? That's not even half the city. So that's the other problem. Grab my food. I'm reading through y'all. So Mr. Allen, grants are going to be different depending on what it is you're looking for. So grants are like really specific. So when you say you're looking for grants in our communities, that's too vague. You got to get more specific on what you're actually looking for. Are you looking for grants for youth? Are you looking for grants for a boys basketball team? Are you know what I'm saying? You gotta have an actual real solid plan, and you gotta be specific of what you're using this money for when it comes to grants. Okay. Exactly, Lisa Parker. That's why the dock workers are striking now. They like, we see billions of dollars pass by. I ain't ready. I ain't ready. I know. I've been outside talking. That's why I said, let me get my mama food before she kill me. 20 minutes ago. Oh, and if you all are in Chicago, come see my peeps here at Simply Soups and Salads. If you have not eaten here, Simply Soups and Salads, this is a black family ran business. Very, very sweet company. They are only open Monday through Friday, but they have the best soups and salads and sandwiches. Okay, y'all. We got to support businesses that open up in our neighborhood and our communities as well. All right, you got a lot of businesses around here that you could support. Like I said, 47th, they really building up, because it's 460 something. What's that thing? Oh, 635 East 47th Street. So like right before St. Lawrence. Okay. Come check her out if you in Chicago. Again, Monday through Friday only. She's not open on the weekends. Hi, David. Say new subscriber. It's 3 o'clock where I'm from. It's 3 p.m. where I'm from. What's your opinion on the ports going on strike? Honestly, it hasn't been done in over 50 years. So to me, and then you know what I'm doing, that's another video that I'm gonna do, is the breakdown of, because some people was on my comment, like I posted a couple of videos on my TikTok page. YouTube don't really like us putting up other people videos, so sometimes when I do content that I'm taking from somebody else, I put it on my TikTok channel. So I put like 2 or 3 videos about the news discussing the ports and what they want, right? Personally, I understand. right? Because I just said it. You working and you doing all the work, and then you work for these companies, and then the CEOs just come in and make this and make that. Now, don't get me wrong. When you a business owner and you running a business, your employees should not be making the same thing you should be making, right? Let's be clear with that. But in America, it is corporate slave trade for you, okay, to be working a job. Let's say you get paid $100,000. New York and Baltimore, they pay a lot in taxes, right? They pay very high taxes, similar to us in Chicago. So you have federal taxes taken out. I'm gonna just say this: on average, my client that brings in $125,000 a year, they pay $25,000 in federal taxes alone. That's not including state taxes. That's not including health insurance, Medicare, medical, FICA. Y'all got all that stuff that come out of your W-2. So somebody that's making 125 is probably bringing home like 90, 85 to $90,000 realistically, right? Before, after taxes and all your deductions come out. So imagine some of you all that's still making 40 and 50,000. And if you have the real proper amount of taxes that come out, because again, that's why I said W-2 wage earners and self-employed 1099 wage earners pay the most taxes in this country. You pay the most taxes in this country. So that's another video I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna break that down. I have a couple of clients W-2s. I gotta block their information and name and all that stuff out. But I want y'all to see a person that makes 125,000 and realistically what the federal, state, healthcare, taxes, etc. after that comes out, right? So if people are on there saying y'all make 100,000, y'all making this, they really not making a whole lot. Especially if they got families, wives, more than one kid. And then if you want to put your kid in private school or daycare, some of y'all parents are paying a mortgage payment for daycare. Like some of my clients is paying $1,000 a month for daycare. That's $12,000 a year. Do you get what I'm saying? So you don't have the right to be on. So some of them people that's on that on TikTok, I'll just let them talk. But nobody got the right to tell somebody you make 100,000, be good with that, and shut the fuck up and get back to work. Like, and if you feel like that, then baby, you are completely brainwashed in this country and how they have ran society for y'all. Like, that's how they want you to think. They want you to be in a worker bee groupthink mindset. Don't speak up. Don't ask for nothing. And that's why corporate America wasn't working for me. Because, baby, I was at the meeting telling the VP, this some bullshit. Y'all done took our commission away, but y'all want us to work more hours. Like, that don't make sense. So my mama had already told me, like, oh, baby, they going to label you as difficult. Because whenever you start speaking in corporate, oh, baby, they going to get you out. Oh, they going to get you out. They going to start finding stuff, what you not doing, and, oh, they going to run you up out of there because you got a mouth on you. And I did. And I actually I actually purposely stopped making sales. I stopped opening up accounts. I knew they was looking at my numbers because my manager was like, oh, they looking at your numbers. They're going to come in. Good. Fire me. I want you to fire me. Fire me so I can go out here, get unemployment for 6 months, and I'm going to work this business, and I'm going to change my life. And that's what I did. I got fired. I took unemployment for 6 months, and I went all in. And by the end of December of 2013, I got let go March of 2013. By December 31st, 2013, I had looked through all my bank statements and added up. I had made $98,733. I was making $40,000 a year when I bet on myself. And I didn't work right away. Remember, I got let go in March. So I probably didn't really start getting back into doing the business until like May or June. So, baby, in 6 to 7 months, I made $98,000, and that's what I put in the bank. That ain't including the cash payments that I had and never
put that in the bank. That's what went through the bank. $98,733. Baby, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was like, oh, I'm gone. Huh. Never again. And thank you, God. It's been 11 years later, and I'm still self-employed. I'm still providing for myself and my mother. I'm still straight. Like, don't, some of y'all that really know what you got, because a lot of people start businesses and fail. It's a lot of people that fail. Yes, it is. But when you know who you are, and you know what you bring to the table, and you know that you got a skill set, don't let these people play in your face. Don't let these people limit your income and cap you at no $50,000, $60,000, because you could be out here making multiple figures, multiple six figures. Now, 10 years in, baby, I'm multiple. You get what I'm saying? I have never wanted to be a millionaire. Now I'm like, okay, I'm ready for this $1 million. Let's roll. You get what I'm saying? So don't ever in this life let nobody in a limited mindset limit you, because that's what you've been taught. You've been taught to limit yourself, to think on a limit level. Oh, I got to get a job. I got to do this. And see, that's what they didn't like when the pandemic opened up and a lot of y'all had to go and drive Uber and Lyft, and a lot of y'all didn't want to go back to them jobs because you like, I could make $1,000 in a week driving Uber. You get what I'm saying? So that's why they claim they brought all these migrants in, because the American people don't want to go back to work. Well, the American people have woken up and realized y'all been on some bullshit. Like, y'all capping our income and paying us these little bitty wages and then taxing us on top of it, but the CEO got a $5 million bonus, baby, bye. Like, no, Americans have, that pandemic woke up a lot of Americans. It woke up a lot of y'all asses. That's what it is. So don't let them tell you, oh, well, we bringing these people in for these jobs that y'all don't want. It's still a lot of people that's going to work them jobs, baby. It's still a lot of people that's going to work them jobs. They could have offered the same amount of money that they giving to these migrants to y'all. As Zoe say, the migrant package. We want a migrant package. The migrant package that they got, giving them $5,000, giving them link assistance, giving them housing and all of that. Why couldn't they do that for y'all? Why couldn't they do that same thing for y'all? Why couldn't they offer y'all that to go back to work? Hey, we're gonna pay y'all rent for a year. We're gonna let you get on Section 8. We're gonna open up this. We're gonna open up that. Because you're the ones that actually are the tax-paying citizens. You're the ones that are paying their asses to be in the government. You're paying their salaries. So why is it, and this is what I'm saying, y'all got to think, baby. Get off that blue train. Even the red train, because, again, none of this could have happened without either of them voting for it. You have a Republican Congress and you have a split Senate right now. Everything that Biden signs, guess what? It has to get passed by Congress and Senate. So miss me with the red and the blue bullshit and get up off of that brainwash train that American society has given you, okay? And think for yourself and wake up and see that it's your government, both of them, not one over the other. It's both of them. Two birds, same bird. Left wing, right wing, same bird, okay? Y'all be so blinded by the BS and let somebody put something in here that trigger you emotionally, but you're not thinking. You're not looking at the reality. You're not looking at the facts. They could have gave that same package to American citizens. It ain't no excuse. It ain't no excuse. So, again, that's why I tell y'all I focus on the money. How many businesses y'all want to start? How much money y'all want to save in taxes? Because, like I said, I make a couple of $100,000. I ain't paying taxes on hardly nothing because I'm writing off whatever I could write off. Now, let me also say this. Every single year, you're not writing off everything. Okay, that's why. This is again why you have to pay attention to the money. You have to pay attention to your income, what you have going on. Right now, I'm trying to buy another property, so I'm trying to get a business loan. So I can't file my taxes and write off everything if I'm trying to go and get a business loan. I got to show some money. So some years I can be aggressive. That's what we call aggressive. Either you aggressive in deductions or you're a little more less aggressive, right? You're more conservative in your deduction. So one year I might write off 200,000. But if I know I got something that I'm trying to do, like this upcoming year, 2025, I'm trying to get investment properties through my business. So that means when I file my taxes, I cannot write everything off. I have to show 200,000 worth of income, 300,000. I have to show the income that I made versus writing it all off. And so again, a real tax professional would tell you that your taxes are not going to be the same every single year. It's going to be dependent on a lot of factors. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish? Right? It's the same way for you all. If you know you're trying to go buy a house, y'all cannot write off all your income and then want to go buy a $300,000 house saying that you made 20,000. Baby, that don't make sense. You get what I'm saying? So that's not how it works. So when people be out here telling you, "Oh, do this and do that," if they're not a real professional, and I need to say this to people who look like me, because y'all get played the most when it comes to taxes and money and business loan applications and stuff like that, because I hate to just say it that way. A lot of y'all don't like reading, and you want to be okay with paying somebody else to do these things. But let me tell you something. When you a real business owner, like a real one, legitimately, you can't be having other people do your application. You need to know and see the application. You need to know and go through these different things. So one, you know what information is being asked of you. Two, this is going to help you. So as you do this loan application, now you can do the next loan application. Okay? But always wanting the best, quickest lick and let somebody do something for you, and these people be putting all type of fraud on y'all name, and then y'all got to come back 2 and 3 years later, like what happened with the PPP. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not how real legitimate business owners think. All right, you in a hustler mindset, and when you think like that, you always gonna get played. Seriously. All right, it's a lot of people right now that done lost their Section 8 link, government assistance, whatever, because they was playing games with them PPP loans. And your government said we want all that money back and opened up the investigations on y'all. Okay, $80,000 IRS agents was hired. They barely got 5% of them in the call center. So a lot of those agents are investigators. Okay, like y'all again, y'all not paying attention to the real stuff. All right. I know I done went off on a whole nother other thing, but I have to tell you that, okay? Because a lot of times you're not understanding. Like when I tell y'all gotta learn business, I'm telling you that for a reason. I ain't telling you that just because I'm saying that. Like I'm telling you that so you can live your life through your business the way that I do. I could show you that. I could teach you that, right? Because in business tax law, there's there's laws, right? There's certain things that you could do. You could hire companies. If I made 100,000 and my friend opened up a consulting company and I worked with her and I hired her as a consultant for my company, which I've done, right? I have a friend that is a consultant. I have a friend that is a event planner, right? Now I'm able to spend my money with them through my business, and it's a tax write-off for me. So if I was able to pay her $10,000, I get to write that off at the end of the year. I will issue her a 1099 at the end of the year to her company. And again, we're not doing this to each other. We're not doing this to your personal social security number. When you have a real legitimate business, the 1099 goes to your company, right? The 1099 gets issued to her event company. It's not getting issued to her personal name. So now when she files her business taxes, whatever she spent to help me with that event, she's not claiming that full $10,000. One, her company is claiming that income, but now her company is able to write off. Let's say she spent $6,000 on help, whatever it is, to buy the balloons, to get the location, to get the vendors, right? Because when you hire an event planner and they're doing your event, that's what they're doing. I hired her to do everything. I don't want to touch nothing. It's your job, right? But she also has to hire other people and bring other people on to make that event a success. So now, instead of her once again claiming $10,000 personally, no, She has a company, LLC. I'm going to issue that check to her company. Then at the end of the year, out of my money, that $10,000 gets deducted from my business income, right? If I made $200,000 in business, but I paid out $50,000 in consulting, guess what? Now I'm only paying on $150,000. I have an office. So now, if I have to pay $2,000 a month for my office space, that's $24,000 that I get to deduct from that $200,000, right? Again, if I have employees, I got staff, I got a virtual assistant. All of those people are expenses for my business. So again, I can make the money, but I'm not keeping all of it because I'm hiring other people, paying contractors, hosting events, doing whatever, have an office space, a business phone, a website, all of that. You get what I'm saying? So, but if you all are a W-2 wage earner, you can't do that, right? You can't do that. I need y'all to like this video because I know I'm dropping y'all some gems on here. So everybody that's watching, if you new here, you just got here, hello. But make sure you hit that like button when I do these lives for y'all, please, because it definitely helps us out. But also it just lets YouTube know that I'm over here throwing some hot fire. Okay? But we're gonna retrain y'all minds around here, right? What's that dude, Derek Grace? He used to say you gotta unlearn and relearn, and that's really what it is. We gotta unlearn and relearn you. You gotta uneducate yourself from what you have been taught in this American system, and you have to relearn the real American dream because they lied to y'all. And that's what they told us the American dream was oh, go to college, pay $100,000 for your college degree, and then we're gonna give you a job for $100,000. Okay, less than 12% of Americans make 100,000. So you're not even really making the money back that you done spent for college. Then again, once you do get the money that you make, and they take so many damn taxes up out of your money, you ain't walking home with no honey bands. Then if you got kids, you got a lifestyle, you got car notes, you got a mortgage, all of that, y'all, that's not the American dream. That's bills. Now you stuck. Now you're trying to figure out what you're going to do. See, but the real way that they don't want to tell y'all, and this is what I learned, you don't buy your house first. You don't buy your house first. They taught us to buy a house first, but really your house is another bill. If you got a $2,000 mortgage right now, that's a bill, right? That's debt, because your house really does not benefit you until you sell it. All right, so you may pay $300,000-$400,000 for your house today, but if you're about to keep your house for 30 years, that house is not an asset. That house is probably draining you. Okay, a lot of people are house poor. I know a lot of them. They got a nice big house and can barely afford to keep the bills up. All right, because you got 20-foot ceilings and you got to heat that. You got to air condition that, right? So y'all don't be thinking about that. You just want to, again, follow what the next man doing. You want a big, nice house, but you ain't looking at the real cost of it, right? Taxes. You get taxed on your house. You get taxed on everything, right? You got to pay property taxes and all of that, right? Cars. They don't teach us, again, this is why you don't learn financial literacy. They don't teach you that you could really go to the auction and buy you a car outright if you save you a little money. But no, what they teach you, get your credit. Get your credit together and go and finance you a car. So again, that's another bill. I drove for like 10 years straight. I bought cars from the auction. No car note. 2,500. Grab me a little Impala. That's what I was riding, baby. Riding until the wheels fell off. I would have still been riding that car if the damn transmission didn't go out twice. Right? But stuff like that. They teach you, again, in American society to get in debt. They don't teach you how to actually win. So now that I know what I know, that's why I'm telling y'all, if you're not a homeowner, don't buy you a house. If anything, if you did not notice, when you apply for a home loan, you can qualify with that loan, especially if you do FHA. I'm not a lender, so I don't remember, but I want to say you could get a 3 to 4 unit, right? It would make more sense for you to buy a 3 to 4 unit. You live in one of those units. and then the income that you make from the other 2 units will pay the mortgage. Now that's an investment and an asset at the same time, right? But you buying your one single family home for yourself, all that is more debt. It's not making you no money. And this is not what we've been taught in America. We have not been taught financial literacy, and that is the reason why so many of you are emotionally attached to politics and not paying attention to the money. Because mentally you were not taught that way, right? You think that you're supposed to be struggling. No, you're not. Baby, you could be so free. I'm so free. I'm so free, but I used to be there with y'all. I used to be on that corporate slave trade. I used to be living check to check. I used to be in a scarce mindset because I grew up in the hood, Terrytown, 2T, 79th and Essex, East Side, right? When you grow up around poverty and you don't really see it mentally, you think that you ain't supposed to be living better. You think that God forgot about you. You think that this is just where you supposed to be. No, you ain't. And I'm on here to tell you today, no, you not. No, you not. No, you are not. You are here to experience life and to be able to be free. It's 2:53 in the afternoon, and I'm over here taking time to go get my mom lunch in the middle of the day. Like, I've been taking care of my mother for the last 3 months. I haven't even really made no money. I haven't billed. I'm not going to say I ain't made no money. I haven't physically worked in my office really in the last 3 months, but I'm still making money. I still have money coming in. Taxes alone, I'm making money right now, filing taxes. You can file taxes, 500, 750, 1,000 a pop. There you go. Taxes is an all year round business. But then I also have created digital products. I have a coaching program. I have a mentorship program. When you have multiple streams of income in your business, this is how I help business owners grow. You shouldn't be a business owner and 5 years later you still struggling. That means you have not set your business up to run on automation. You have not set your business up and sat down and looked at what can you do, what different type of other services can you offer to make money all year round. Business is so much more than just having it on LLC, on a piece of paper. You having an LLC don't mean shit. Are you making money in that LLC? Are you making some money from these 3-4 different businesses that y'all got? No, you're not. So it's a waste of fucking time. Seriously. You can't run 2 and 3 businesses at the same time. I had to learn that. You cannot be the jack of all trades and the master of none. Any of y'all that have an idea, you got to focus on that one thing and hone in on that one thing. That's it. You can't be, I talk to some of y'all and you like, I got 3 different businesses. I got this, I got that, and that's why you ain't doing nothing. Because you all over the place. How you supposed to focus on 3 and 4 businesses and you can barely build one? That don't even make sense. It don't even make sense. And that's why I call myself the realest tax and business strategist, and it's trademarked, because I'm real. I'm going to be real and honest with you. I'm not about to sit here and play games with you. And I'm not about to sugarcoat it like we kids either. Some of y'all need a harsh reality check. And this is the type of conversation that we have with my business mentees. I love you, but you doing too much. That don't even make sense. You get what I'm saying? But like, this is the type of stuff. So I do have an online academy called What School Won't Teach You, because you won't ever learn that in school. If I had kids today, I don't have kids. So if I ever had a kid or adopted, I've been thinking about possibly adopting in the next 2 years. So I'm about to be 40. I just made 43, baby. It ain't happening in the next year. It ain't happening. And I ain't did nothing in 3 years, so it ain't happening. Been single for 4 years, ain't did nothing in 3 years, so it ain't happening, right? But if I got a kid, my kid would not be in school. My kid would not be in the American education system. It would not. My kid would be homeschooled. My kid gonna have a business and everything. And so my god babies is my kids. I got god kids, so all of them have a business. All of them. Every single one of them. All 3 of them. Even the 10-year-old, he got a business. Selling candy at school, at his football game. Right? Like everybody that I know got to have a business. You gonna be a business owner messing around with me, okay? I can't read y'all comments because I'm driving, and so as soon as I pull over, then I will. But I'm about to get off of here because I'm almost at my mom's house. Um, but yeah, I think we had a little decent conversation today. Maybe some of y'all needed to hear that. Sometimes I just go off the top of my head and it just sound like a rant, but I'm just going in. It be different things. We talking about Chicago, then I'll talk about some money. So y'all got to learn. I'm a Gemini, so my head be all over the place sometimes. Bear with me. I'm trying to focus more. But I'll be thinking and I say one thing, then I'll be like, okay, yeah, now you need to know this and this and this and this, right? But I'm going to come back and have a conversation with y'all for real, with that, for real. Because I want to see more of y'all off the corporate slave trade. I want to see more of y'all living a free life of abundance, a life that you're not stuck and living check to check, a life that you don't feel like you got to bust these different moves and hustle because you're trying to make a way to feed your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real, legit, legal ways to get money out here, y'all. It is. It is. And like I have shared with y'all, federal government contract is the next thing that I'm on. That's the next thing that I'm on. I'm going to tell y'all that any of y'all that's thought about getting into federal government contracting, it's better than even state and city contracting. But follow this lady, Kizzy Parks, Kizzzy Parks. She's a light skinned black lady with curly hair. She got tons of videos. If you type in federal government contract, she should pop up first. Okay? But I've been studying her and watching her videos for the last 7 months. And as soon as I get my mom together, I'm gonna buy her course. Her course is only $500. A lot of people be charging $5,000 to $10,000 for their course. Her course only $500. I'm gonna pay for it because she gives you so much free game on her YouTube channel that it's worth investing in her $500 course or whatever. But that alone, y'all, when I learned that, I'm telling y'all, when I learned that and I put my people on, it's about to be up, baby. It's so many people making millions of dollars from federal government contracts alone, baby. And think about it like this. Everything that you have in your house, you could sell to the federal government. They can't just go to Walmart and buy washcloths. They have to buy it from those of us that's registered on sam.gov, right? So this is the difference, right? So stop being on here mad and arguing about a political party, and let's get this money. Let's learn the system, okay? I'm going to share with you what I know, but I need you to also be willing and ready to do some work, all right? Because nothing comes easy. Taxes, you got to read laws. What Zoe is doing with reading laws and all that stuff, that's time consuming. I'll be up 2, 3 in the morning reading information. So if you're not somebody that want to read, this ain't for you. Go on back to your regular conformative life. It ain't for you. This conversation ain't for everybody. I'm only talking to a certain amount of y'all on here. This ain't for everybody. All right, because everybody mindset ain't there. But seriously, like, I have met so many people this last week just being out. Like, I saw your video on YouTube, or I'm this, or I want to do this, or I'm coming to y'all town hall. Like, it's time. It's time for those of us who really are serious about doing something and not just talking on the internet all day. Because, baby, that again, that's why I ain't arguing with nobody on the internet, because most people ain't doing shit. Okay? I ain't get to where I'm at by just talking on the internet. Let's be clear. All right. And I have office bills and home bills. Okay, I don't got time to be arguing with nobody. My bills is $5,000 a month minimum, baby. Okay. So we on here talking about some money. That's it. I wish I was more mobile. Patrice, can I buy a car in my LLC? Yes, you can. And actually, Bank of America has a very great car buying program for those of you all who have your LLC or your corporation. So Bank of America will fund you up to like 3 or 4 cars with that one application. So I have I have a banker. She's actually out of the country right now, but I'm gonna do an interview with her on my channel to kind of talk about some of the stuff. But yeah, you can definitely get your vehicle in your bit. You can get your vehicle, buy your vehicle in your business name. But I also want to say this: your insurance is gonna be higher. Okay. So if you actually do buy it in your company name, your insurance is going to be higher than the personal insurance, right? It is going to be a little more. Um, what's the other thing with that? It was something else I wanted to say with that. But yes, you can. You can. Or this is another way for you to have a tax write off and deduction, right? This is the tax way. All right? This is the other way. You can buy the car in your personal name and you can lease your car to your business. So you can have a lease agreement between you and your company. And that's exactly what I did with this car that I bought for my birthday. So I bought this Range for my birthday. I bought it in my personal name instead of my business name, right? Because I know that I can do that with the tax deduction. I got a way better rate under my personal name than I had with the business. Okay. So I wanted to take advantage of my lower rate. So I let the car get in my personal name. But you can create a lease agreement between you and your company. And for whatever your car note is, that's what you want to put on the lease agreement. If you want to add a couple of dollars to it, you can. Okay? But what you do is you have a lease agreement between your LLC, your corporation, non-for-profit, as long as it's a legal company, a legal registered business. Because this is the thing, lease payments are a tax write-off. If you have a vehicle and you have like a regular car note, you can't write the whole car note off. You can only write off the interest. All right? So that's the whole reason why you don't just personally drive your vehicle and you like, oh, I'm driving my car for business. Everybody say that. That's why you only really get the mileage write-off, okay, when you do it under your personal, or if you were a sole proprietor and you filing on the Schedule C form and you're writing it off. Hold on. I'm gonna stay on here with y'all, but I gotta put y'all on hold for a moment. So I gotta give my mama her food. I gotta make sure she eat. Get out the street. Little bad selves walking in the street. Okay, y'all. To make sure my mama eat. Okay. So what I was telling you. Hold on.
Oh, the business. Okay, I just ran down the block. Hold on. Whew. I know I'm a big girl. I'm trying to lose some weight. Lord, I gotta breathe. Okay, so with that, okay, so if you buy your car in your personal name, that's the way that you could do it, where it's still a business tax deduction. And then it's actually a better tax deduction because, again, leasing a vehicle, you could write off the entire payment. All right. But when you buy a vehicle and you're saying that it's for business, usually you just get the mileage write off. Right. You can't write off the whole car note payment. You can only write off the interest on that payment. Okay. So especially if you're gonna buy like a higher end car, right? If your car knows 700, 800, 1,000, you want that whole thing. I don't want just the interest payment on that. I want the whole payment written off. So that's how you do that. All right, you have to create a lease agreement between you and the company, and then that's how you're able to take that as an actual full tax deduction. Let me say you big and it's definitely nothing wrong with it, baby. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Let me go back and read some of y'all, so if you had a question, I could answer it while I'm on here. I didn't realize this many of y'all would be here during the day. I didn't. Like I said, YouTube said that most of my people are on after 6, so I never really think about coming on in the middle of the day like this. But this may be a time for y'all. Okay, I'm scrolling to the top now, y'all. I'm gonna pull over in a minute. I just want to get by the water. I like the water, so I like to be by the water. All right, I see Lisa Parker. This is why. Okay, I answered that one now because y'all asked me about the dock workers. Yeah, see, we done talked about a lot today. Oh, I think that's how I got on this. Y'all had asked me about the dock workers. Then I got on corporate Americas, baby, because I can talk about corporate America and they structure and they slave trade. That's why I call it the corporate slave trade. That's what y'all need to start understanding what y'all working for. Baby, this is not real America. That is not the way it is up in here. You're going to learn this knowledge today. Can you do videos on the companies to invest in? So personally, I don't do a lot of investing in different companies. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I'm not real big on the whole stock thing, right? What I will say is, if you look at the S&P 500, so I personally have accounts with like Vanguard, Fidelity, E-Trade, right? And if you invest strictly in the S&P 500, if you look at the S&P 500, the S&P 500 has only taken a loss 2 years out of like the last 15 years. So for me, I just put all my money into that. I think the symbol is like SPY. It's like SPY, and then it's another one. So I only really do those. If you put $1,000 in that sucker, you will see a difference at the end of the year, right? And if you have enough disposable income where you can put in $200 a month, $300 a month into your Fidelity account that's attached to the S&P 500, you will see your money growing a lot quicker than it's sitting in like a basic savings account, right? A credit union savings account, 2-3%. Y'all ain't getting no money on that, right? But so for me, I personally just have never really been big with stocks because I don't believe in somebody else controlling my money. Again, working in banking, I saw that a lot because a lot of times those people put your money into what's going to make them money or make them a commission. So if you don't know stocks on your own, I really recommend people like learn that, right, before you get to really dealing with stocks. Or if you allow a company to run your money, then that's how a lot of people lost their money. Like when I worked in the banking industry in 2009 and like the mortgage crisis and all of that, like a lot of people lost a lot of money. Like people were pulling out hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? because of that. So, that taught me something, right? So I don't really focus on stocks. I think now we have a lot of other ways that you could put your money into things, but like that, like I said, the S&P 500 is kind of what I kind of focus on if I'm investing, if that makes sense. Um, let's see. Thank you. I want to be saved. I'm just seeing your comment. Um, okay, that's the last one I saw was, can you do videos on investing? I will say, if you are in Chicago, there is a young man, attorney Mario Reed, and he hosts a monthly workshop every month, and he shows you how to set up a trust. He shows you how to open up your Fidelity or your E-Trade account in the name of the trust. And then he also kind of shows you what, and the S&P 500 too, and how to set that up. So I think the next workshop that he's doing is October 13th. I'm gonna be at that one. I have my accounts already, but I just want to go to one of his classes because I just think he real dope for doing that. He don't charge for that. He's an attorney. But it's a way for him to get people in the room. And then, of course, if you need him after that, you could work with him. But I love the fact that he hosts that every single month, showing you all that. Because, again, this is stuff that is not talked about, right? The trust and estate planning. And, like he said, if you could put $200 a month into your S&P 500 account, baby, some of y'all kids will be sitting on like millions, like multiple millions, just from you investing $200 to $300 now for the next 20 years. Y'all will be straight. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's about knowing where to put your money, because if you can spend $200 a month, then you can invest $200 a month, especially if it's gonna help you in your kids' future. But I could see why they would be mad though when they make nothing near 100K. Many people far less, like 40K, etc. Yeah, I mean, I can't really speak on them people. I don't know what they do at the port, so I don't know their job. I know how I felt working in banking and only making $40,000, and I was doing $2 to $3 million in sales. Like, that didn't make sense to me. And then, like I said, after taxes, you only bringing home like 31,000. You're not bringing home a whole lot. You're not bringing home the salary that they tell you, right? You're not bringing home 40, 50, 60, whatever your salary is. You're not bringing that home. And so that's again the false reality that they've put, the false narrative that they've put. Say la la la, wait till I get my money, right? Okay. They are watching you, and that's why they are canceling the meeting. Carla, I promise you, baby, I promise you, because that's why I said when I got on here last year, they started doing that crap. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, at this point, we got more than enough people that's ready to go, that's fed up. I wish I had found your channel years ago. It's definitely slavery, baby. Modern day slavery. That's what I call it. Yep. After buying property, you got to pay property taxes, all that. Okay, so that was the last other question I think I saw was Andrea's. Patrice, can I buy a car in my LLC? That's how we got to talking about how you buy the car in the LLC. Then I come over here by the water. Is that sound messing with y'all? I think the bridge about to go up because I'm over here by the water. Yeah, it is. I got a troll in the comments. Okay, is it Star? The one that's asking about going to a Diddy party. I could block him. Wait till I get my money right. Now you gonna have that stuck in my head. Who did that? Lie. Now you gonna have that stuck in my head. Oh, it's time for sure. What do you say? Okay, Andrea, hold on. See, okay. You said, can you buy the car? We will be following. Official himself. That's what I'm trying to say. We not. We not supposed to be. We. Our DNA alone is different than anybody else in this country, right? We ain't even gonna go there today, right? I'm just say that. But American society and culture is not for us. It's not. It was never for us. It was never made for us. So that's why we have so much turmoil and hardship with the system that's in place, right? And so even the ones that it was made for, they don't even understand because everything is just so messed up now, right? But it's so many laws in this country, y'all, that are violated every single day. Like the other night when Zoe was saying, you really supposed to look at the Constitution. Like, it's so many laws that are violated every single day just because Americans don't know their own rights, right? If you knew your own rights and you read things, and this is why, again, they know that the average person is not doing this, right? But so much gets done in this country because you're uninformed. And that's why a lot of stuff gets done the way it does. But once you let them know, hey, we know that this is illegal, or this is discrimination, or this is wrong, and then you get enough people, like kind of how we've been doing in Chicago, and kind of stand on the mayor and the alderman about it, we starting to see some stuff, right? Because again, people think you slow when you don't say nothing, when you just going about your life, or you only focused on entertainment. You don't even know that you don't even know your rights are being taken away. You don't even know your rights are being violated. You get what I mean? And that's really what your government wants. That's the way our democracy and our government is set up, for people to remain ignorant, right? And so, like, that's why I said, once I got off the corporate slave trade and I was able to see the world for exactly the way it is, I don't know, it's something about entrepreneurship that when you get off of the matrix, right? When you get out of the way how everybody is, the conformity, just waking up, hitting your alarm, going to work every day, going to pick up your kids, come back home, eat, pay your bills. Like, some of y'all was thinking like me, like, this cannot be life. This can't be my life. Like, I used to sit in my house like, this can't be my life. This ain't life. Like, this is not a life. Right? And I don't even have kids. That's why I said, some of y'all who go home, I don't know how y'all do it. Y'all go home, y'all have these kids. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all do it. I give y'all parents so much praise, baby, because Lord, I don't know how y'all do it, right? I don't know how y'all do it. But some of you think like how I was thinking, like, this is not my life. It's a better way. It's a whole nother better way out here, especially in 2024. This cannot be the only way. I should not still be living check to check. I should not be still, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you talking to yourself. I know you have had this conversation with yourself. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Hello. Okay? You didn't catch this live for no reason today. All right? I always say, baby, when God want to say something to you, baby, he going to reach you. He going to use people to put people in front of you that give you that confirmation that you know that you're on the right track. You may not know how to get there. You may not know where to start. But baby, if you are listening and you understand what I'm saying, where I'm coming from, I'm talking to you. Because sometimes he got to put you in an uncomfortable situation for you to change. And some of y'all are real uncomfortable right now. Some of you are real uncomfortable right now. And you like I don't know where what, but I need you to direct me. And guess who he sent you to? Look at my page. Because the biggest thing with me is I'm from the hood. I'm born and raised on the southeast side of Chicago. My mama moved me over there at 5 years old in Terrytown. So that's why my shirt say book smart, street smart. I'm both. I have a college degree. I went to Chicago State, got my bachelor's degree. I'm educated, but I'm hood too, and I love it. Wouldn't change that in the world. Wouldn't change that in the world for who I am and how I grew up. But I'm both. And I feel like that's what you need in life. You need to know book smart and street smart. I can go from the boardroom to the picnic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's I don't have no reason to get on here and lie. I'm not on here trying to be somebody that I'm not. What you see is what you get. Right? That's why I said, if y'all like them girls that get on here with 20 pounds of makeup and a lace wig, this ain't that. This ain't the channel. But if you want to hear some real and some raw and get some information at the same time, here you go. Here you go. Because that's it. That's it. Let me see if y'all had anything else down here. It's time for show. Everybody, please pray for my neighbor Bob. He just got us. I guess I probably okay. I don't know who that is. Knowledge is power, man. You say about the car. I don't like Cash App for business, Molly. So I don't know what you use Cash App for, but I don't like Cash App for business. I tell my business owners not to accept Cash App. So I know a lot of people like to pay that way, but for businesses, it's not the best payment for you. It's not. It don't protect you. Cash App is a peer-to-peer system, right? And they don't have a phone number. So as a business owner, you don't want to be taking. I don't take no money from places I can't touch you. If I don't know you and I can't come like right up on you and you owe me, if you owe me some money, I ain't doing Cash App. Because Cash App, they play too many games and they'll let them people do stuff. I'm not going to say too much on here so that way y'all accounts don't be messed up. But they'll let them people do stuff and then take it away from you. So be careful using Cash App as a business owner. And I tell y'all that too, like, it's not always about what the consumer likes the best. It's about what's going to protect you the most, right? So as far as payment options, if Zelle is cool, but you can get a real credit card machine. You can get PayPal. You can get Google Pay, Amazon Pay, stuff like that. But Cash App, I personally don't take for business. Carla, I'm just not seeing your message. Tell mom I said hello. She said, yep. That's my joint too. I want to be saying, I'm Chicago, so I love Kanye. Donald, whatever you want to call it, constitutional republic, democracy, whatever, all that, you can worry and figure and argue about that on the internet, baby. None of that shit matters at the end of the day. That ain't making me no money. So you worry about that and get it right. Okay, that's what y'all be focused on. Terminology, shit. I don't give a damn about no terminology. I want my own business. That's why I'm trying to be multi self-employed. Your own business doing what though? Because again, multi self-employed, that's multiple different businesses. And I always tell people, like, starting multiple businesses at one time is really just setting yourself up for failure. So start on one thing that's gonna make you a bunch of money, and then you could branch out and do other things. Yeah, for sure. Cash App. Like I said, I've had some issues as an entrepreneur using that app, because again, it's a peer to peer app. So as a business owner, you have to kind of be aware and pay attention as far as like what you'll accept, what payments you'll accept. And then you also want to make sure that these are legitimate companies that have like a phone number that you can call and get customer service. Like, people have issues. That I think Cash App had issues last week. People accounts were being closed, or people weren't able to send payments or something. And guess what? They couldn't call nobody. So as an entrepreneur, you don't want that. You don't want your money tied up with a company and you can't even pick up the phone and call them. Like, no. So, and like I said, they let them people do a lot of stuff. They'll send you a payment and they could dispute like 6 months later. So no, you want to be able to protect yourself as a business owner. No, Train, but you could share yours because you're the trans. Some of these people out here, baby, it'd be hilarious. I be just like, they be so mad and pressed. You say no, not multi all right away though. Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because I talk to a lot of business owners and they be like, I want to start this, or I got 3 or 4 different things going on. And again, I understand why, right? Because when you kind of starting out, you hustling, you trying to make money. That's really what it is. So you starting a couple of different things to kind of see what's gonna hit, right? I did the same thing. Don't even pay them attention. That's what they want, is attention. So we just not even go pay them attention. That they want attention, baby. A lot of they mamas don't like them, and a lot of them in the basement. They've been in the basement their whole life. That's why they comment on the internet all day. They don't have no real life or no real friends. They be in the basement on games. They gotta pay, to get a female to talk to them. So we just gonna ignore those kind of people. Okay, they're a non-factor. That's how we look at it. Business. Again, Donald, go argue with your mama, because I don't need to know the Bill of Rights, but I know taxes. Okay, so this the wrong channel and page. You can go somewhere else with it. All right, have you a great day. Go argue with your mama. Next question. So like I said, Friday I will be on for finance. So every day I have like a different theme of the day, right? So Friday is Finance Friday. Saturday is Big Business Saturday. Monday is a personal experience. Tuesday is a tax tip Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So the content that I put out kind of reflects that. So Friday, when I decide to go live, that's what we'll talk about, is credit unions and how you all are going to learn Save and Secure Loan. All right. So like I said, right now, Save and Secure Loan, I feel like will be a good topic, because the holiday season is coming up next month. And a lot of people like to spend all of their money on buying gifts and presents and toys for the holiday season. So I'm going to show you a way that you can save money, right? You can kind of borrow. It's called a save and secure loan. So we're going to go over how you can borrow from your savings account, right? And then you're able to pay yourself back over time. So that way you're not wiping yourself out, right? If you have $10,000, $5,000 in your savings, let's say you got $2,500 in your savings account, but you want to go Christmas shopping, right? You don't want to drain every single dollar out of your savings account. That's not financially stable, right? You're not doing yourself a good thing if you do that. So I'm going to show you a way for you to borrow against your savings account, and then you're paying yourself back over time. And so now you're not completely out of money, right? The whole point is for you all to never be at a point where you're completely broke, right? So the whole point is for you to still be able to save, but also can do what you need to do, right? If you need to use that $2,500 today or $2,000, whatever it is, maybe you don't need the entire amount out of your savings account, but let's say you were thinking about taking the majority out, right? Instead of you pulling out $2,000 out of your savings account and just go buying the gifts and the toys, now I'm going to show you a way to do it to where you can pay yourself back, right? And so then you're rebuilding your savings account back up, and you're not completely depleted. Because unfortunately, I definitely see that happen a lot with you all. So invest. I want to be saved. Don't worry about it. I'm on my cell phone, so I don't really know. I have to go back on later and block them and delete them. So I'm not worried about them. Okay, there you go. Y'all know how the internet is. It's a lot of childish people. You just can't give them no attention, baby. I've been on the internet for 11 years talking. These people on here don't got... That don't bother me. People who broke talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, people who stuck in the basement. So I'm getting ready to take me a moment and come on over here by this water. This is one of my places that I come to when I don't feel like going down to when I don't feel like driving down to downtown or 39th Street. I moved it. I removed it. I don't want you distracted. See, that's the thing though. You can't allow other people to distract you like that. I want to be saved. You can't allow that. You got to be tunnel vision. You got to be on your tunnel vision. Because you're going to always have ignorant people. You know what I'm saying? You can't allow other folk to distract you. I've mastered that though, so that's why it's probably easier for me to say that, you know. Especially when you're an entrepreneur. This is my little spot, y'all. I just like to come to the water. It's calming. I love the water. I love the water. It's calming when I come to the water though. But yeah, you can't allow people to distract you. You'll always be distracted. But I'm so used to being by myself. I'm so used to channeling people out that shit like that don't even bother me. And that's what I was saying is when you become an entrepreneur, like your mind gotta be so tunnel vision that you don't hear and see nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're trying to change your life. Yeah. Laugh at them and let them keep it moving. Nah, so before I was on 47. Now I'm over here by off like the bridge. I forgot where this at. But yeah, this is my view. It's the bridge right here. And then I usually just sit right here. I used to go over there and sit on the end. But now I just pull up right here and get a little break. Come take me a little water break. Talk to God. But my battery about to die, y'all. So I'm going to go. Zoe and I are supposed to come back on tonight. We probably going to be on like StreamYard. So I'm not going to go down to my office tonight. I'm going to work from home. So yeah, we're supposed to go live tonight, but if we do, it'll probably be like 7, 8 o'clock like that. That's normally when we go live in the evening, like that 8 o'clock time frame. And then tomorrow, like I said, we'll be hosting the in-person town hall meeting. That's at my office. You do have to click the link in the video. I put the link in the details of the video. I can't comment on here for some reason. Whenever I'm on my cell phone, I'm gonna have to look at the settings or something on my cell phone, because like whenever I'm on my cell phone, I can't comment for y'all. But it's in the details, so you do have to register. And then that's it. I'll be online Friday for Finance Friday. We normally do Finance Friday in the evening, like 6 o'clock in the evening. But we'll see. Cause like I said, I've never been on at this time of day, and you all were actually on here and kind of interactive. So, and that's it. Y'all have a good day. Take me a moment.